Hello, it's Mike Richardson. You know, whether I'm working with CEOs and their teams, or I'm speaking on a keynote stage, or I'm facilitating my own peer groups here in San Diego, California, or I'm speaking to similar peer groups around the USA and around the world, my favorite topic of all to speak about is cracking the agility code. And what does it take these days for us to understand the agile principles required to be successful in business? So I talk about agile principles for non-agile leaders. What I mean by non-agile leaders are those people who have not been exposed to the agility principles that we would find in the area of agile software development or agile project management. And my work is about taking agility to the level of a business and an enterprise, not just project management, not just software. So they either haven't been exposed to those ideas, or they have, but they have unconsciously and so easily unpivoted back to more traditional mindsets. So really the work here in cracking the agility code, agile principles for non-agile leaders, is to understand the pivot of agile mindsets, the pivot of agile skill sets, the pivot of agile tool sets to be an agile leader, not a fragile leader. In this session, we're going to cover some of the basics, the why of agility, why now, why at all, why is it increasingly imperative, why is it complex, why do most people struggle with it, the what of agility, what is it not, what is a framework of agility, and thirdly, who, most crucially, who do I need to be, who do you need to be in the equation of agility? As an agile leader, not a fragile leader, as an agile team, as an agile organization. This is what we're here to talk about. It's the work I most love to do because it enables me to draw upon all of my experiences, all of my research, all of my activities across the diverse leadership career that I've been fortunate to have. From the days when I used to work on oil and gas drilling rigs for Shell International as a petroleum engineer, when I first discovered the everyday secrets of agility, as we saw from the BP Gulf oil spill. If your agility gets tested on a drilling rig and you don't pass the test, things don't end well. Through my career as an executive, manager, and then a director, and then executive, then a CEO, and then a divisional CEO of the aerospace division of a British public company, on the corporate management team of that company as it climbed the ladder from being a top 250 British public company to a top 100 British public company. And that was a wild ride, and I learned a great deal about agility during that, which I then subsequently leveraged in the current phase of my career now as an author, as a speaker, as a facilitator, as a mentor and coach, and in particular as a chair of peer groups and as a speaker to peer groups all over the world. So we will cover the basics of why, what, and who, and then of course we will lean into the how, where, and when do I get started to become more agile. And we'll focus on some immediate priorities to get the snowball effect rolling, to unlock the gridlock. Most companies in many ways are locked up in gridlock, and the first thing to do is to unlock that gridlock and get the ball rolling from there. So that's what we will be talking about. It's been a delight to be researching this over the years. My book answers the basic question, why, despite all of our investments in improving our business over the years, why do we still struggle to get traction? Why do we experience more wheel spin than we should? notice the dollar sign in wheelspin, which can cost us a fortune and perhaps our future prosperity. So it's been a delight to be researching that over the years. Secondly, we will leverage a book by some colleagues of mine called Focused, Fast and Flexible, Creating Agility Advantage in a VUCA World. And VUCA, of course, as we said, stands for Volatility, Uncertainty, Complexity and Ambiguity. And in an increasingly VUCA world that is coming at us thicker and faster than ever before, in an increasingly time-compressed way, and there are no businesses or industries that are immune from VUCA, then the antidote to VUCA is agility. And how do we develop the agility to be focused, fast and flexible in an increasingly VUCA world? And then last but not least, one of my new favourite books, written by one of my members of my Vistage groups, is called The Power of Peers, and I'm quoted extensively in it. And one of the things I love to do with teams is to help take the process of peer groups into a business, to help teams develop a deeper level of transparency and trust and teamwork so that they can really leverage peer advantage into their agility advantage. So leveraging those insights and many more that have come from my diverse experiences as a leader in my career in all phases, including this last one, my objective is to help you understand the challenge of leadership agility, team agility, organizational agility, business agility, and enterprise agility, such that you can have a very agile future, so that you can survive and thrive and prevail in an increasingly VUCA future, developing yourselves as agile leaders for a VUCA world and the agility advantage that you need to be an agile leadership presence, not a fragile leadership presence. I look forward to working with you.